For gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Hello, gossipers. Sharona here. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Welcome, welcome. So, before we get into anything, how are you guys feeling? Is everybody good? What are you going to do for this weekend? Are you preparing for the holidays? Have you already decorated your house, your lawn? Comment in the chat. So just let me know. Make a comment. I guess I can't say chat because it's not live, and I would love to do a live one day. I just need to get that not confidence, but I just need to get the voom to do a live, right? Because with a live, there's no going back, no correction, no nothing. It's live. That's why it's called live. So we're going to get into this topic. And before we do, please like, share, subscribe. Let's grow our little channel. So we're going to talk actor BD Wong. He's a well-known actor, Asian actor. And he's been in shows like Oz and Mr. Robot, the Jurassic World franchise, Gotham, on and on. But he's mostly recognized for his role on Law and Order, right? SVU. So, let me read an article and then we'll speak. So it says BD Wong speaks out after backlash over racist joke. Actor BD Wong has apologized for causing hurt after he made an insensitive joke on Threads on Tuesday, December 2nd, using a despicable racist trope. The Law and Order SUV guest star, known for his recurring role as forensic psychiatrist, Dr. George Hong, faced backlash after responding to a post by Black wildlife influencer Mike Holston, who shared a photo of himself holding an animal and captured it, named this animal Wrong Answers Only. In a since-deleted post, Wong replied, "It appears to be a black man." Wow. Following the backlash to his comment, Wong returned to Threads later in the day and issued an apology. Now, you see the picture there. Did he not read the caption? It says, "Name this animal, wrong answers only." Now, when you read that and you see the word "name this animal," how can you say a black man? And then he says it's a joke. He was only joking. Not in America can you make that joke. Not with the history of slavery in America. Not with the racism that's going on in America, which is in front where you could see it fair and clear. Usually, it's tamely swept under or hidden, but ever since who came into office, it's always been there. But with him in office, it's like, come on out. There's no consequences for your action. But there is, some people, they get the cancel culture thing. Some not. They might lose deals and brands and stuff like that. And to see that this is an Asian man in America. And I think with them, and it's what social media shows or what's portrayed, it's like, I think these people come from their country. People like from Asia, right? Like the Chinese, the Japanese, Philippines, all these people from India, stuff like that. They come into America and see how people of color, even though they are people of color because they're not white, I don't think they know they're not white, right? But to come in here and see how black and brown people are treated in America, they themselves think that they can come on and treat people like that, not realizing that, hey, when it's your turn, you're going to get it, right? And for some reason, I just think that's how other people who are not black are brought up. Like they're told, never date a black person, don't marry a black person. If you can't date someone your own race or ethnicity or stuff like that, go white. Never bring a black person home. I'm sorry. That's what social media makes it look like. And these people from the Asian, and then you have the Indians and people from Pakistan, all those people who come to America, they have this notion of, well, white people don't like the black people in America and brown people. They treat them this way, so I in turn will also treat them like garbage because that's what the white people say they need to be treated. If I'm wrong, let me know, but that's how I see it. And then this is social media. You should know when you post something, you could post something and with that 1 second of a post, it goes so many different places, clouds, location. You cannot take it back. Of course you can delete it, but it's already out there. And people are going to see it and they're going to put it out there to show how despicable you are to make such a comment, given the history of this country and black people as slaves, telling they're monkeys and they're animals, they're beasts, they're, just stuff like that. So we're gonna read what his apology said. So he said, I want to elaborate a racist comment I posted to clarify that I recognize and accept the responsibility for how terrible it is. It's also wrong to try to explain anything, and I think that causes a further breakdown in folks' trust. Let me please spend the energy on how wrong I know it is to exploit a despicable racist trope in the supposed spirit of humor. I do know better, but again, no excuses. Very sorry for the hurt I've caused and for taking lightly something so deeply injurious. Okay, that's the word he used. So even with him saying that, I think the Asian community also came out to say, look, you're one of us and you're treating people like that, knowing that you're also a minority. But again, in this country, they come to this country in America saying this is how the white folks treat these black people and brown people, so I can do the same thing because that's not my race. My race is superior than the black man and the brown man, so I can do stuff and never get in trouble. So the Asian, this is very Asian, they say anti-blackness and racism must be called out, especially when it's coming from our own community, even when it's from someone you once looked up to. On a recent social media post, okay, so they go in, it appears to be I read and mean cringe or anti-blackness. So this person from the Asian website said, to say a black person is an animal is degrading and dehumanizing. The long-standing racist trope of comparing African Americans to animal dates back to centuries. It's a well-known and harmful racial slur. When called out, BD Wong responded to one person and tried to explain. Well, it said wrong answers only, but I could see why people wouldn't get that, so I deleted it real quick. But yeah, that was a dumb idea. It's not what we didn't get it. It's not that we didn't get it. It's your racism is that your racism wasn't funny. At Wong BD, as one of few gay Asian American actors and activists, I have long looked up to you for your representation in media, entertainment, and activism. But today I am angry and disappointed. I hope that you'll acknowledge the hurt you've caused the black community and issue an actual apology. So this is what, let me see who this is. Again, this is veryasian.co. So he's the one who came out to say, that come on now, as a community, you can't be attacking black people, especially, African Americans, given the history of what, African Americans went through in this country. And even though they didn't personally go through it, it did pass down where, they're still treated like less than. And, it goes to show you, like I said, I don't know if social media put this in me, but again, like I said, they come in this country, they see how people are being treated in this country who are not white, and then they themselves come into this country thinking that they're better than, and they can do or say whatever they want. And that's how I see it. I think that you go to places where it's not a black country or not a diverse country, I feel like there's a billboard sign that's standing out there that black people all over the world, no matter where they're from, they're dangerous, they're animals, they're killers, they're this, they're that. And then they come to America and they think it's okay. But yeah, that's why when I hear people, they want to travel all over the world, and when you see people with situations like if they go to a country where there's no black people and they see black person for a while and they're coming up and they want to touch your hair, they're rubbing on your skin to see if it's a color on there, if you could wipe it off. And I'm like, do they do that to white people when they see white people for the first time? And for some reason I'm thinking probably not. And I don't know, it has to do, I think, with England and America, with the colonization and everything like that. But yes, that's what I think. I think every country, I heard that India is the most racist country when it comes to black people, and they think they're better and everything like that. So maybe that's why they think too, living in America, they're better, because I know they think they're better than the Native Americans, right? But yeah, this is sad. And he's an older gentleman. How old is he? I think he is late 50s or early 60s. And for you not to know, to call a black person an animal, or to say, black people are, well, anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts on this story? As always, please like, share, subscribe. And yeah, a good question. Do you think that the entire black race all around the world, the universe, is judged by all others as just being rude, mean, less than, not educated, ghetto? Or am I watching too much social media? Anyways, gossipers, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening.